Hello and welcome to Race 8 of the Utica Home Track Series here in Mosport. We're back in the Great White North, and we have one penalty following last week's race at Laguna Seca. Max Skinner, driver of the number 98 car, was penalized for aggressive driving in the past race. He was slow on the track, and he was kind of running cars off the track throughout the latter half of the event. So, he has been suspended from the round of Mosport. He will return at Daytona. But first, let's get to the race. Renee Gagnon, for the second year in a row, got the pole, and winning the pole has been kind of an omen for her. Usually she doesn't keep the pole for long. And going into the first turn, it's going to be true. David Yahnke shoots to the outside, but Renee Gagnon hopefully can get back in the... Whoa, couple cars going off the grass. And we had our first incident on lap 1 in the first turn. Couple cars shoot wide. There's a cloud of smoke. Bob Cittadino goes in there, and whoa, the 04 is over on his roof and flipping. There's the 67 of Don Corio Jr. as well. This is the second year in a row that Bob Cittadino's flipped over on the first lap at Mosport. This track does not like his car, as we move the camera for slightly. Don Corio Jr. was involved with the first wreck last race as well. Both would keep running, but would be far away from the win. Incident lap 1, slightly later on the lap. Treck Tauger, who likes road courses, but this season's not been too nice to him. He gets kind of off track and ends up into the grass barrier and around, and whoa, car number 73 comes plowing by. We'll have to see about that. Samantha Yahnke goes around the turn, but turns it too much, enters that turn incorrectly, and kind of drifts off track, and there's Treck Tauger laying there. Both cars would keep going, but it's gonna slow him down a little bit. Samantha Yahnke was the points leader for a good portion of this season. Brother David, however, is in the lead, and his sister, Samantha Yahnke, as a fun fact, won this race last year. Yankees are doing well here, and Yahnke Motorsports has been doing much better this year than last year, especially because they've made all the races due to the qualifying rule being changed. He's running well today. Michael Aurelio is making his first start. His brother, Chris Aurelio, is in the number 27. And Aurelio has a good first outing. He is currently the highest placing of the rookies, and the only one in the top 10. Aurelio Motorsports was formed a little bit before Laguna Seca. They're now a 2-car operation. Hopefully they can score some wins. Unfortunately, Chris Aurelio has not had as good of luck as Michael Aurelio is having now. As I said earlier, Max Skinner was suspended for this race. Brian Broat is going to replace him. Car number 98, this is his first start. This is his only scheduled event. Hopefully Max Skinner won't get suspended again. Car number 97, Meaghan Curley, who did very well at Laguna Seca last week, having another good run today. Peskic's in the top 5. Now, he's had a top 5 run before. It came last year, I believe, at Richmond. But the start of the season hasn't been too good. He's starting to pick it up, closing on the midsection. Tyler Smith loves coming to this track, but it hasn't been particularly nice to him, especially not now. He's running in the lower half of the field, right behind Seth Cole, car number 5. He likes the country, but the track's not treating him too well as he works his way through the S's and goes into that tight turn. Robert DeFrank is doing very well in this race. He's, I believe, 6th. But, just as a little fun fact, we run another point standings that we don't show on this one. It's the manufacturer standings. How it works is the top placing car of each manufacturer gets like 4 points in 3, 2, 1. Chevy has never finished last place in a manufacturer battle. They've always been at least 3rd. At the current moment, Robert DeFrank is last. A Ford, a Pontiac, and a Dodge are all ahead of him, and he's the highest placing Chevy. So if he doesn't want to fail it for the Chevy, he's got to move up at least one more spot ahead of Meaghan Curley. A driver we want to shout out, Brian Broat, who's having a really great day. He's up near the top of the field right in front of Meaghan Curley. This is 3rd place. Now, Brian Broat has a win on a road course. He won at Zandvoort last season. No win since then. He's looking for a good run today, and a 3rd place is pretty good. I would consider that pretty good. He should be proud of himself. Pit stops happen on lap 28. As you can see, all the cars going down. No one stayed out. Everyone going down at the same time. But on pit road, we'd have probably our strangest incident of the day. Incident lap 29. It was just after they crossed the line. There's Renee Gagnon pitting. You'll see cars going past. Will Coleman's going to plow to the back. A couple more cars, and I don't even know what happened here. Cars are flipping as Matt Evans. They're all just going to stack up. They go around a blind corner. This is on Matt Evans on board. See, double wide on pit road just doesn't work, and that's going to hurt Matt Evans, who was trying to win a record 4 in a row. He's not going to win now. Flipped over on pit road. Look at this. This is just insane. All these cars would get running again, amazingly, but they had no shot. David Yahnke would not lose his lead after pit stops. He's still the race leader, and he's led every lap thus far. Trying to repeat Matt Evans last week at Laguna Seca. Meaghan Curley, car number 46, we have to give a shout out to because she's doing very well, and the Pontiacs as a whole are doing very well. There's only 2 left. Meaghan Curley and her teammate Matt Corio. They're both in the top 10. Corio's running 10th. Curley is in the top 5. Pontiacs have a reputation for not performing very well in this sport, but today's an exception. They're currently beating the Chevys. Michael Aurelio is still the top placing rookie contender, and he has it by a good margin. Most of the rookies are pretty far back in the field. He's one of the few that's been consistently near the front. I see a good future for Michael Aurelio, and hopefully his brother Chris Aurelio. But at the end of the day, no one could catch David Yahnke. David Yahnke gets his first career win at Mosport and at the track that his sister won last year. Congratulations to him. This team has struggled a lot last year to get the funding necessary to run this season. And now it's a success story. Both Yankees have won this season. So congratulations to them. Hope to see them next week. Here are the race results. David Yahnke wins the event. Brian Broat in impressive second place. Meaghan Curley third. Muniz Peskic fourth. Murphy fifth. And Robert DeFrank is the highest placing Chevy. That's their first last place for the Chevys. Corio rounds out the top 10, followed by Wiegand, Breton, Camiso, Lameo, Creedon, Benoit, Smith, Aurelio, Cole, Arcuri, Yahnke, and Bob Cittadino was the last car in the lead lap despite flipping. Many cars off the lead lap, and it was not a good day for the rookies. 4 of them, Benoit, Tanker, Evans, and Tauger, all were heavily off the pace. Now here are your top 10 points. Surprise change to the top. Matt Evans is no longer leading. Jamie Murphy is at the head. Then there's Matt Evans, Tyler Benoit, Robert DeFrank, David Creedon, the only rookie up there. Samantha Yahnke, Brian Broat, Andrew Wiegand, David Yahnke, and Tyler Smith, your top 10. David Yahnke, his first time in the top 10 points. Now, let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year points. David Creedon is leading by a large margin now. Neil Evans, Connor Breton, Treck Tauger, Max Skinner is going to drop due to not participating. Seth Cole, Willie Decker was not here this weekend. He couldn't get enough funds. Alex Tanker, Michael Aurelio, Chris Aurelio, and Brian Benoit in his first start. Next race, we're going to Daytona again. Night racing on the Super Speedway. I hope to see you there. If you want to join the series, spots are still available. I will see you later.